What's up, you two? Now that the rain to finish. Golly, boy, it's getting late. It's getting late, and I got a lot of videos to cover, man. Check it out. Hey, celebrities testify against Diddy, and feds won't use CNN Cassie video. Yeah, the trial has started, and they getting everything together. They actually getting the jury together and all that stuff. But they said that they will not be using the CNN Cassie video like it makes a difference because everybody has seen it already. So, hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out, man. Here we go. Where we at? All right, here we go.
All right, you guys, so press 2 in the comment section if y'all can hear me. Let me get a mic check. 1 2 1 2. If y'all can hear me, press 2. We're gonna get right into this video, man. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. We're back from a quick break. You guys, we're back to give you guys updates on what happened in court, what's going on in court with Sean Diddy Combs. Y'all can hear me? All right, salute, man, salute. Yeah, y'all like the videos, y'all come on in here, man. The like button is free. Also, you can share this video on social media, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. And yeah, I appreciate all y'all, man. When y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit that bell, and it's gonna say all. So basically, the situation is this, man. Sean Diddy Combs has celebrities that are testifying against him in his case, man. That has been confirmed today. There are numerous celebrities who are going to be a part of this case, whether they're mentioned, whether they're testifying. In this case, there's already been multiple celebrities that have already been mentioned that are on this list. They have a list. I've read off to y'all some of those names on that list. In a prior video today, I will name those names again, and then I will tell you guys what the hell else is going on in this hectic situation, man, as this is going to be a long process of jury deliberation. This goes all this week. Jury deliberation goes from now until the 12th, you guys. We will be having jury deliberation. They are naming high price or high level celebrities in this situation. And also, the feds dropped a huge bombshell today. The feds will not be naming, and I'm gonna say it again, they will not be using the CNN Cassie video in the trial. The feds have elected to not use that video in this trial. They announced that today. They will not be using the CNN video in this in the case. They don't need the CNN video. From what they have, they don't need it. And also, it's been revealed that the feds are using co-conspirators, people who would have been previously charged with Diddy, but decided to take a proffer agreement in order to testify against Diddy to bring him down. So they have Diddy's cohorts and some of these people who have been caught committing sex crimes and things like that, but in exchange for their testimony, they have been offered a proffer in this situation. So you will be hearing these people testify about these people's testimonies during this trial. We will be covering the full thing. So make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. We're covering the full situation, man. As right now we picked up from the lunch break. And so basically the judge comes back in. Judge, and salute to everybody send me donations. I got like $300 donations. I appreciate that in the Cash App. And somebody sent me a $25 donation as well in the PayPal. So I salute to all of y'all that's been supporting my channel, showing me love, and just, getting behind me. Sonia, I seen you in the PayPal today too. Salute to you. And let me go ahead and shout the other people out, the 3 people that sent 100 to the Cash App, man. Salute to Jameson. I appreciate you. You came through with a $100 donation, man. And he was like, great breakdown ticket. I appreciate it. Also, shouts out to, let me see, Kelsey, I believe that's your name. Yeah, Kelsey, salute to you. In the Cash App with a $100 donation. I appreciate that. Much love to you. And I appreciate that. And also, it was one more. Let me see. Desmond Dixon, salute to you. You came through in the Cash App with a $100 donation today. I salute to you, my brother. all you gotta do is go pull this. I've been told y'all about all this stuff. You gotta go look it up in the files. It's right there online in the files. But a lot of people don't know how to look this stuff up, so they come to me and they listen to me, and I give it to them because I go do the research and I come in here and drop it like it's hot on their helmets, and then that's just how I go. So those people that don't want to go out there and really go through the grind of doing all the research, they just come rock with your boy. Point blank period. And it is what it is. We just roll like that. But let me get into this, man. So they come back in the courtroom. Judge 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, who's the judge in this case, says to juror number 60, he says, so you answered that you or someone close to you were the victim of sexual assault or harassment. Would you prefer to discuss that privately? The juror said yes, right? So it's the courtroom and the jury selection, everybody went confidential for a minute, and then they came back. The judge says you're excused. The deputy will tell you where to go next. So he recused that juror. He says, next juror. The next juror is a female. He said, I know 3 or 4 on the list, says the juror. So the juror says they know 3 or 4 celebrities that are listed on that list in this trial. And they say, I know Dallas Austin and Don Richards. I grew up watching MTV, is what the next juror said. The juror says, I was hit by a car, got foot surgery, and my boyfriend of the time got a Titanic plate in the Bronx. My uncle was charged with R-wording his then baby mother. The judge says, can you be fair? The juror says, I might have. I think it wouldn't be a problem. The details were vague. The juror says, I saw a documentary on HBO. The judge says, any further questions? The government says, I have one, right? And the judge says, if you heard testimony from people you saw in the HBO documentary, would you believe them? The juror said, it would depend. I don't remember much. And so the government said this juror hesitated about the HBO documentary. We anticipate some of these in the documentary testifying at the trial. We asked for exclusion. Diddy's lawyer says she said she could be fair. We want to keep her, is what Diddy's lawyer said. The judge says she's excluded. So the judge keeps Diddy's lawyer wants to keep this witness, and the judge throws her out, bro. That's crazy. Says not next. So now juror number 63 is brought in, who's a male. So juror number 63 says, I was picked up by the police. I thought for no reason. I didn't like it. Several occasions. I can't wipe it off my memory. The judge says law enforcement agents as witnesses? Question mark. The juror says, I take that with a grain of salt. Those with immunity too, I can't trust. So this juror is going to get excluded because he said he cannot trust the people who basically pleaded immunity in the case, meaning the people who committed crimes and testified against Diddy. This juror says he can't trust him. Judge says, all right, throw you out. Get out of here. So now another juror number 65, who's a male, he comes in. He says, I have to take care of my child. I could try. About guilt or innocence, I don't know. The judge says, you have to see it first? Question mark. The juror says, yes, I had trouble understanding the questions, right? And so they excuse him. They get him out of here. Next, juror number 70, who's a female. She says, I work in a lab in a hospital. I got training, but I have problems with legal words. Also, man push woman. He does not mean it. The judge says, who? The juror says, my husband. The judge says, what happened? The juror says he pled guilty. They took him to jail. The judge says, you're excused. Out. So juror number 81, a woman comes in. She says, I'm from the Behavioral Health Associate at Elmhurst Hospital. I deal with psychiatrists daily. The judge says, any patients with trauma? The juror says, they all have trauma. I was with the Department of Homeless Services, the police. The judge says, you meant the son's prom? The juror says, 5 p.m. The juror says, my ex-husband was convicted of attempted unaliving in Brooklyn. He served 21 years. The judge said the victim's name. The juror says, I don't remember. My stepson was getting bullied on the block. He came to the block with some friends. There was gunfire. The judge says, any application? The juror says, when it was breaking, house raids, arrest, Cassie the artist. The judge says, can you be fair? The juror says, yes. The judge says, nothing. The juror says, oh shit. The juror says, I know Diageo. I'm a sales manager with airline. Oh shucks. Juror number 89 says, my sister is a federal prosecutor in San Antonio. She works mostly on immigration. The judge says, can you be fair? Juror 89 says, growing up, the neighbors were a high-profile couple. I was closer in age with the girlfriend. My parents asked me to be the peacemaker. The judge excused juror number 89. You're out of here. Juror number 92, a woman. She says, I'd like to serve, but my child is in the hospital. Judge said, excuse, threw her out instantly. Juror 106 says, I'm with Enginger Health on the board of St. John's Hospital in Yonkers. I have a friend at the Manhattan DA repping the LGBTQ community there. The judge says, can you be fair? The juror says, yes. Boom. Juror 110. The juror 110 says, I have job interviews planned. The judge says, I'm going to excuse you for your calls. Get out. Got to go. Juror 116 says, I can't stand videos of skateboarders going down on the ground. I just can't. Think about this, y'all. This shit is crazy, bro. The juror must have been asked, do they have a problem? Now, let me repeat this again. Juror 116, potential juror, they asked, there was a question, had to have been a question in that paperwork, in those questions. Juror 116 says, I can't stand videos of skateboarders going down on the ground. I just can't. The judge says, but can you be fair? The juror says, yes. The judge says, you saw the hallway video. The juror says, I didn't see much of it. Diddy's lawyer said, I have a written question. He passes it up. The judge says, how can you watch violence in court, but not on TV? The juror says the latter is staged, right? Diddy's lawyer says, I'm going to want to question a juror from HBO, but not in front of the others. The judge says, we'll get to that. Bring in juror 117. In comes juror 117. Says, my wife deposed Sean Combs in a case about a stampede. The judge says, and that's back to the stampede back in the 90s, y'all. The judge says, has she expressed negative views about him? He said, yes. The judge says, did you tell your wife you're on the case? The juror said, no. But another prospective juror who knows my wife saw me and told her. The judge said, write that juror's name on this post-it note. The juror says, my adopted adult daughter has been sexually abused. The government says, I have a question, and passes it up. Says, can you not talk about this case with your wife? ? The juror says, yes. The judge says, if you are chosen, I will order you not to speak with her about this case. The government says, what's the name of the other juror? The judge says, later for that. Man, this is crazy, y'all. Hold on. Bro, this is unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, bro. Hold on. Let's keep going, y'all. This is crazy work, bro. Crazy work, y'all. Let me get this. All right, let's keep going, you guys. Let's keep going. Man, this shit is crazy, bro. All right, so then it goes on to say, juror 118. Damn, bro. Juror 118 comes in. Juror 118 says,
118.
Juror 118 says, I know Mr. Combs has parties with drugs and sex. I learned it from podcasts. I listened to Joe Rogan. The judge says, can you be fair? The juror says, yes. Right? Diddy's lawyer said, I want to question the HBO witness. The judge says, you can make an application. Now the group questions. Right? Juror number 5 comes in. I live in Manhattan. I work in finance. I am a churchgoer, member in Connecticut, but attend St. John's Baptist on Upper East Side. They say I work in web maintenance. I get newsletters from our local politicians like Harvey Epstein. I don't have a TV. I look Toots and the Matos. I am a member of a community garden. The judge says, I want to ask about the migraines. The evidence will be on the screens. The juror says, I live in Westchester alone. I have 2 master's degrees, bachelor's in PR and then sports science. I binge watch Netflix. I like alternative rock, play volleyball. The juror, 116, comes and says, I'm 68 years old, work for phone company as a field tech. I listen to 1010 WINS, is what that juror says. I listen to 1010 WINS. Man, this thing is crazy, bro. Juror number 2 comes in, right? Says, I'm a massage therapist. I'm single. I'm a BFA in acting from NYU. I listen to NPR. I like jazz. I go to the gym. I'm in SAG and Actors Equity. Juror number 52 says, woman from Westchester, freelance writing. I ready the NYU, mostly the cooking app. So these people, bro, they're giving a lot of them information about themselves for this trial. And again, they've been given a list. For you guys who don't know what's going on, they've been given a list, and this is already the information, right, where we have been provided with today, right? So the judge says, can you tell me about more funds? The juror says, I wrote the rebrand for an environmental company. The next juror says, I work at 𝗗𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦. I have a bachelor's in retail management. The judge says social media. The juror says not for news, TikTok, Facebook, Hulu, reggaeton. Right? This thing is crazy, man. Bro, listen, let me tell y'all something. So for you guys who don't know what's going on, if you're lost, you don't really understand what's going on, you don't know the situation, you're confused. Let me fill y'all in. All right? Let me fill y'all in. All right? Basically, this is the case, okay? As y'all see on y'all screen, and like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in here. As y'all see on y'all screen, the first 2 celebrities that were named today were Mike Myers and Michael B. Jordan. It went on to Kanye West, Cassie, Kid Cudi. It went on to Dallas Austin. It went on to Don Richards. It went on to somebody else that was named too. It was a few celebrities' names that have already been named out here. I forget who else. That's just today to start out with. And so this situation, man, is crazy, bro. Because Kid Cudi, all these names so far, Michelle Williams, all these names have been named so far. All these names have been named so far. Today. That's just today. And so some of these people are reported to be witnesses in this case. 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 was named today. I forgot. I named him earlier today. So all these people was named. And they're going for the gusto on Diddy, bro. Then, as I told you guys, right? If y'all read the reports, they're not using the CNN Cassie tape no more. I'll Be Sure was named. Kim Porter was named today. I forgot. They were all named today. On this list. So basically, this is what else is going on. It says that, like I told you guys, they have minors on this thing, y'all. And that is what's going to really crush this situation, bro. They got minors on this thing, y'all. And this is just disgusting, man. I mean, bro, they're going to bury this dude. The fact that they said they don't even want to use the CNN tape now. The government said that. The judge granted the CNN video. He granted the video. Now the government's saying, no, we don't even want to use the video in court. The government is saying they don't even want to use that video. That's crazy. That means they got some heavy Chevy stuff. That means they got some evidence that they putting on this dude, man, where people are testifying. And again, they also revealed that people are testifying who have, you know what I'm saying, committed sex crimes and all these other things. So it shows you people who are cooperating. So it shows you, you know what I'm saying, that those people were tied up in shit too, but they're testifying against Diddy in order, you know what I'm saying, to keep their names clean. And that's how this thing is going, man. That's how this thing is going, man. You know what I mean? Straight up, bro. That's how this thing is going. And it's just one of those situations, y'all, where this is one of those crazy situations where we're watching this thing and we're watching how it plays out, you guys. And it is, man, amazing what we're watching. I'm telling you guys, never seen anything like this before. This is one of the most, you know, bro, as I said before, I've never seen this before, ever. Not play out like this. Not play out like this. So when you look at this situation and it's going on, hold on. I got more updates for y'all. So y'all smash the like button. We got more updates. Hold on. Let me give y'all the next update. My bad. My bad, you guys. Give y'all the next update. So the juror number 51 says, I am a math teacher in the Bronx. I watch Bronx News 12. I like the Golden Girls, 90s and before, R&B, hip hop, and gospel is what it's crazy. She said gospel last. That girl crazy. And then she goes, juror 112 says, I work for 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 marketing. I get news from social media, business of fashion, ESPN. I watch The Voice. I like country. You know what I'm saying? So this person said they like country music. You know what I'm saying? They worked at 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, like country music, blase, blase, blah. It goes on to say, the same juror, juror 55 says, I work at a nursing home. My spouse does too. I went for hotel management. I am not a fan of the news. I read Harry Potter. I watched that and Narnia, Marvel. I'm into 1199. Juror 75 says, I work for JP Morgan. I listen to old Indian music and play cricket. Man, bro. So they really going through this thing with these jurors, you guys. They're really going through this thing with these jurors, man. Unbelievable stuff going on right here, you guys. As the jurors are now giving all of their information that they have to the judge, right? So the person says showing the video isn't necessary. It isn't necessary because they got a strong case, but let me explain why it would help them to show that video, because the jurors that they're going to put in there, most of them are not going to have seen that video. You got to remember, some people don't even watch this type of stuff. They don't care about this type of stuff. So those are the people that they're going to try to narrow it down to, people who not even into this genre. Like, it might be, now it was hard because it was plastered in front of the world, but some people don't care about it. So, you know what I'm saying? You might find some people that don't watch TV, don't have TV, don't watch the news. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So again, they might not have seen the video. They might have heard about it in the news, didn't see the video. So, you know what I'm saying? This is why they go through the jury process. You know what I mean? But the fact that the government said, look, we don't even care about showing that video.
Everybody seen that damn video. Okay. Find one person who haven't seen that video. Real talk. Tell me one person haven't seen the video.
We're not going to show the CNN Cassie video. The fact that they said they're not going to show that CNN video, it lets me know they got some more stuff hardcore to nail his ass to the wall. And I told you guys, they've already
people
put it out
saw
here.
that video.
We got the minors that's going to be testifying and stuff like that, bro. This dude's going to get cooked, man. And I think everybody got to see this. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Everybody got to see this, man. You know, everybody got to see this. It's just one of them situations, dog. Man, listen. Here's the crazy part about this whole case, you guys. The crazy part is that it's still a full list of celebrity names that have not even been named yet. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, you guys. You know what I mean? That part is the crazy part. Yeah, that's the crazy part, man. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna give you another update right now. Hold on. Give you another update.
This is crazy,
So
man. This is gonna be a
let's see what's
long
going on.
process. Long process.
Um, Masters in health education. I don't watch the news. The judge says social media. The juror says Instagram. I watch nearly all Yankees games. I like the Beatles. That juror's probably gonna get picked. That juror, I'm pretty sure that juror is gonna get picked, you guys. I'm pretty sure that juror is gonna get picked. You watch the Beatles and you doing all this other stuff out the way stuff, yeah, they're probably more likely to pick you. These are all facts. These are all facts. Right? Appreciate all y'all for tapping on in, man. So let's talk about this. Hold on, you guys. All right. Um, all right, hold on. Let me get something right for y'all. Bulwark, gender health. I have an MBA in finance. I read the Atlantic. I read Atlantic, Harper's podcast, The Bulwark, The Daily. Juror 58 says, I live in the Bronx. I'm a head account clerk for Edgecombe Correctional Facility. I like the Mets. I listen to reggaeton, is what they're saying. Salute to all of y'all. Everybody who want to be informed. Appreciate all y'all tapping on in. Salute to all of y'all.
Yeah,
Appreciate all y'all.
they picking this jury, basically.
Right?
And it's funny, man. The people that don't want to serve say, well, can you be honest? And they say, well, yeah, I can try to be honest. Now, if you don't want to serve, say, no, I can't be honest. I think he did it. I don't care what y'all say. I know he did it. Oh, nah, they gonna get rid of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Salute everybody. So yeah, man. Um, Again, they're going through jury selection right now. Uh, you know, a list of celebrities have been given to the jurors to see if they recognize these celebrities. Uh, you know, some of these people are going to be witnesses in this case. Some of them are, I guess, somehow otherwise involved. Uh, and it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. They came out with Kanye West on day one name. They named Kanye West, Michael B. Johnson, or Jordan, and Mike Myers on day one, along with all those other names I told y'all. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, y'all. What the hell going on, y'all? So let's get to this.
Fast forwarding a little bit also, y'all.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me check something. It's bad, y'all. I ain't even gonna front, y'all. It's bad.
Wow.
Be quiet, girl. It's bad, y'all. You said you wouldn't want to be on the jury? Man, listen. That's a tough-ass jury right there, man. To deal with the type of stuff that they got to deal with and all these questions and stuff like that, it's a tough situation, Grasshopper. It's a tough situation, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all what it is, man.
I keep forgetting to put the chat up there.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, salute everybody in the building, man. I appreciate all y'all tapping on there and supporting your boy, man. Real talk. We gonna let me tell y'all what's going on. Just waiting on them to drop me the next update right now. Bro, I know one thing. These celebrities are gonna be hot to have their names involved in this, man. Celebrities are not gonna like having their names involved in this type of. I'm telling everybody this. Celebrities are not gonna like having their names locked up in this. Yeah, he's super nervous. Yeah. Super nervous. You know? And now it just goes to show me that the scope of this is bigger than what I thought. I knew it was gonna be big, Kadisha Lynn. I knew it was gonna be big, but still, I'm looking at this thing like,
Michael Jordan.
bro,
Michael
they naming
B.
celebrities
Jordan
from day one. You know those celebrities gonna be upset.
Michael
You know
B. Jordan.
Like
I wonder what he do or what he got to do with this. That's kind of
all kind of stuff.
That's kind of weird that to have his name said in the first place. Wow.
And just didn't say nothing until now. But you know, because everybody been quiet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me too. I was shocked to hear all these names today. I thought I was gonna hear about during the trial. I didn't know we was gonna hear about it today. They come out on day one. Kanye West, all these guys. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know these are people they're going to see in certain videos. Because remember, they're going to watch freak off videos. These are all the things we're talking about.
Man, you're going to see Kanye getting this little swerve on in the freak off video. Come on, man.
You never know. These are people who are testifying. You know? It's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something.
Somebody said Destiny Child, Michelle Williams.
Let me see something, you guys. Hold on. Molecular biology, right? I listen to NPR. I like documentaries about climate change. My domestic partner, he is a graphic designer. Juror 81 says I'm in Manhattan. I work at Elmhurst Hospital. Juror 127 says my spouse is a doctor of Chinese medicine. That's incredible. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible. You know?
Wow.
That's incredible, man. Unbelievable, man.
I don't know what to say, man. This is
unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Let me see. It goes on to say,
Yeah, no cameras. There's gonna be no cameras in federal court.
Shit.
That's some bull. That don't need to happen like that. Golly. There should be plenty of cameras in this situation. Cause Uncle Mike nosy.
I want to say there's a publication in So Juror 127 said, oh yeah, I already read that. Juror 127 goes on to say, there's a publication in Dobbs Ferry that I read. I like dramatic things. I watched White Lotus. I like bluegrass. I run and go to the gym. I gather that the congestion pricing case is not on this floor. Somebody says on the 15th floor. Juror 29 says, I work at HBO. I'm 55 years old. I read food magazines. On TV, I like British detective shows on PBS. I like 70s or 80s classic rock. I bake, read books, museum, art galleries. I do yoga. The judge says, you're a photo producer. Juror 29 says, like the stills on buses. Man, the hell they find these people at? People always show this, go to show y'all how much different just ethnicities and all the other stuff they got up here in the courtroom. They got a lot, y'all. They got a lot.
Big ticket.
Think about it, they got a lot of different ethnicities, things like that out here in the courtroom.
Big ticket say, where the hell they find these people at?
It's a lot that they have.
It is some weird differences going on. God damn, there's some weird differences going on. This is crazy, man. I'm over here trying to do reactions that pouring down, raining, the AC on, and trying to
I saw
duck some of the sounds.
I saw the one whose wife deposed Diddy. I saw that. We talked about that before you came in here. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Jay-Z. Did they mention Jay-Z? I'm going to say his name right.
That's crazy.
They said Gazy. Gazy.
That is crazy work. Bro, yes. Man. Unbelievable stuff, man. And I told you guys, the fact that, what do you think about them throwing out the CNN video? They said they're not even going to use the CNN video. They said it today. I don't think they need a CNN video. I told people, man, they got so much other video and stuff, evidence that people haven't even heard about yet. So much stuff was redacted in that paperwork. You just don't know what else is going on. You just don't know. Right? You just don't know. Yeah, I know, but they're saying they're not even using the CNN one. Everybody was making a big gripe about the CNN one. That's the crazy part. That's what they said. They was talking about the CNN one. Right? Oh, shucks, y'all. So we got more stuff here, y'all. All right, hold on, you guys. I got more stuff. Right? So, judge says, do you cover all HBO shows? Juror 29 says, I worked on White Lotus, Bill Maher, and I have about 10 shows. The judge says, how many photo producers are there at HBO? The juror says, 5. I worked on Tokyo Vice. The judge says, thanks. The juror says, I'm a mover and packer, food magazines. Juror number 84 says, I watched the NBA. The judge says, which team? The juror says, damn, why did the judge ask which team? Oh, shit. NBA? Which team? I wonder why that juror didn't say they watched the Lakers. That juror said they watched. The judge asked which team. Now, remember, when somebody else said they watch pro sports and the judge didn't ask which team.
Wow. Yeah, that's
crazy. The juror number 84 says, I watched the NBA. The judge said which team. He asked him which team. The juror says the Golden State Warriors. The judge says, let me see the lawyers at Sidebar. NBA players are involved. Oh, shit. This is the judge called for an effing sidebar. Oh, shit. The judge called for a sidebar. They have talked about other pro leagues. The judge didn't say nothing. Juror 84 says, I'm a mover and packer. Food magazines. Juror 84 says, I watch the NBA. The judge says, which team? The juror says the Golden State Warriors. But who do the Warriors play against?
The Lakers.
So you got to think about that. The judge is thinking, oh, damn, you watch the Warriors. You seen who the Warriors played against. So the judge says, let me see the lawyers at sidebar.
Wow.
Sidebar then. Jurors, you may leave. You will hear from the jury department. Don't post anything on the internet. Don't read about the case. The judge asked for a freaking sidebar when the jurors said they watched the NBA, bro.
Man, more than half of the jury is going to watch the NBA.
This shit is unbelievable, man.
What is he talking about?
And then let's keep going. It goes on. It says, Diddy's lawyer told the judge he did not want Juror 29 questions about Diddy documentary in front of the other jurors. So the questions were about which shows she does photos for and how many other photo producers HBO has. Wow, bro. Wow. Bro, this shit about to get crazy, bro. Oh, man, this shit runs super deep. The judge asked for a sidebar. He asked which team. As soon as they said which team, the judge was like, oh, let me get a sidebar with the other lawyers.
Oh,
what
my
the
gracious.
hell is going on? Bro, this shit crazy, man. Who else is on that list that we're not hearing about right now today? Who else is on that list? Who else is on that list? This is crazy work. Who else is on that list?
I am so sleepy, but I am so nosy. I am too, Uncle Mike too nosy. Y'all want to hear some more names, that, especially the ones I know.
Unbelievable, man.
I'm waiting for TD Jake's name. I'm waiting for Steve Harvey.
I wish I could see that list, y'all. I wish I could see that list. If I could see that freaking list, man.
I wonder what Courtney doing.
Man.
Yeah, I wonder what Courtney's doing right about now. Have y'all heard from Courtney?
Unbelievable stuff, man.
I wonder what Puffy's mother doing, or the aunt, or whoever she called herself, the aunt. What's she doing? Where the twins at? They ain't never been in no trouble.
Unbelievable.
They too busy to come support their dad. I don't understand that part.
Wow. Unbelievable stuff, you guys. Damn, bro. Kadisha Lent. Hey, we're gonna hear about all of it. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable stuff, you guys. Bro, I am blown back.
The camera 100. Yeah. I wish there was gonna be some cameras in this bad boy. But no cameras make it more interesting. Yeah. Give YouTubers more work to do. But I know one thing.
Unbelievable, man.
We haven't even started yet.
Unbelievable, man.
I'm going up there, bruh. I am going up there.
Wow, man. I'm sitting here looking at this thing. Hold on, y'all. Damn, bro. Is that deep? Is that deep? Bro, this is just day one, y'all.
Day one of the trial has released so much info. I tried to tell y'all. 30 years of people trying to get in. What about all the artists that was semi-big and then left? The ones that passed away and stuff like that. Come on now. It is just so much stuff, man. We ain't even started talking about Jay-Z. They keep calling him Gay-Z. Gay-Z up in the chat room.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, Diddy playing this thing all the way out. He ain't take no plea deal. I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off.
Wow, bro.
All they need to do is find him guilty on one thing. He out of there. That's it. You got 5 counts. 5 of them. Guilty on 1. 1 out of 5. Come on, man. Once he's found guilty, that's it. That's going to be it, y'all.
Unfreaking believable, man. Wow.
Somebody said they probably don't need to use the CNN tape because they got the real tape. They probably don't need to use the CNN tape because they got the real tape. But at the same time, they got 90 terabytes. Ticket keeps saying 20 terabytes. It was 90 terabytes. I think they might have broke down some of the information.
Crazy work, bro.
Yeah.
Boy, it's going to get real funky.
I don't think he got any more information. I might have to cut this.
Very, very, very. The judge says, which team? Juror 84 says the Golden State Warriors. The judge says, let me see the lawyers at Sidebar. Then the juror says, you may leave. You will hear from the jury department. Don't post anything on the internet. Don't read about the case. The judge says, I will see some of you on May the 12th then. Will victim 3 testify? The government says, I don't know. She may not show. The judge says, will you mention her in the opening? The government says, I don't expect so. If she were to testify, it would be in the second half. The judge says, if you can, tell them later this week. Damn, they got an issue with one of the witnesses, y'all, one of the victims. Damn, one of the victims may be scared to testify now. Damn, bro. This is crazy. Then it goes on. So it says, Diddy's lawyer, Brian Steele, says, could we enter your courthouse at 7 or 7:15 a.m. so we can meet with Diddy? The judge says, fine with me. Check the marshals. Right? Damn, bro. Damn. And they adjourned it until tomorrow. Bro, this shit about to get real wicked, man.
Basketball players are sweating right now.
So they have a problem with one of the witnesses, you guys. One of the victims, I should say, excuse me. Victim number, I want to say 3, they said.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Victim number 3.
Somebody said victim 3 is a minor.
Yeah, victim number 3, man. Hold on. Yeah, victim number 3. The judge asked.
Wow.
The judge says, will victim 3 testify? The government says, I don't know. She may not show up. The judge says, will you mention her in the opening? The government says, I don't expect so. If she were to testify, it'd be in the second half. Man, bro. Man, bro. Crazy, dog. Crazy, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This thing finna go wicked, bro. Damn. They got all kind of celebrities naming and testifying, bro. This shit is crazy. Crazy work going on, man. And so, like I told you guys, man, the CNN video, bro, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'll be damn, bro. This shit gonna shake up the internet. I'm gone.
That right. It's gonna shake them up.
All right, you guys.
You got that right. It's gonna shake up the internet. It already shook the internet up, man. I can't believe this. So yeah, I'm about to go to bed, man. I'm burnt out. But hey, day one, man, has been real crazy. They are naming people. Michael Myers and Michael B. Jordan. I didn't even know both of their names was Michael. Uncle Mike. Most time we all us Mikes all stick together, I guess. But dang, young, this is crazy. Hey, that list. There's no way in the world they're gonna get through all these people in that little bit of time they claim. This joint gonna be 2 years, dog. I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.